Hi guys, I'm Jen from the Bowls Boutique. Thanks for checking out Jen TV. This is my Lularoe review. Jack has been giving me kind of a hard time asking me to make this video because he thought it would be super important for you guys to know how exactly this happened. And let me tell you, it's a good story. Okay, so my journey with Lularoe starts with Joy. And Joy was a person. In August of 2015, Jack and I found out that we were going to be having our second baby. And we were super excited. And our Juliet was so happy to be a big sister. You know, you get her the shirt and it says big sister. And then a few months later, the Monday before Thanksgiving, we unexpectedly found out that Joy wasn't with us anymore. And I know that this is not talked about a lot, and I know that a lot of women experience this and how heartbreaking it is and how hard it is. Like any normal people, we were devastated. And it took a long time to recover from that, but that entire experience kind of kick-started this entire thing. I started seeing a friend of mine who was rocking this clothing boutique she was doing, and I was really intrigued because at the time I was a full-time teacher and a performer and busy and still trying to deal with the loss. And so Jack and I took a trip for our anniversary a month late, because that's how we do things. So in March of 2016, a few months later, we actually traveled from Orlando to New Orleans. And we were in New Orleans and it was raining. And it was nap time for our daughter. So we put her down and we were hanging out, and I kind of started talking to him about, I was like, well, see, there's this thing called Lularoe. And I think I want to sell clothes. Because, listen, if this is it, if Juliet is our only child, I'm missing it. I'm missing it. She's 3 years old, and I don't get to see her, and I feel like this is gonna be my ticket home. Because I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. It's something I've wanted more than I've always wanted to be a teacher. And when I was 11 years old, I wanted to be a teacher. So when we were at a hotel out of town, I messaged a friend, and she messaged me a link, and I went down to the hotel office conference place and printed out my contract papers and went back up to the hotel room and signed everything, took pictures of it on my phone, and emailed it off to Lularoe. And I was like, I'm gonna sell clothes. And then I had to wait. I had to wait for 3 months to get my phone call. And it was nice because it was a good time. Like, did I want to do this? Is this crazy? Let me tell you, a lot of people told me I was crazy, which is fine. I'm a little crazy. So 3 months later, I remember it was June 11th, and I was actually out of town again with my family, and we were swimming in a pool. And I kept looking back at the chairs, and my husband was like, what are you doing? I'm like, they're gonna call me. He's like, they're not gonna call you. I'm like, they're gonna call me right now because I'm in a pool and my phone's over there. And he's trying to convince me that my new phone is waterproof and it's gonna be okay if I bring the phone into the pool. And I'm telling him he's crazy because there's no way that a phone is waterproof. Y'all, this was almost 3 years ago. So yes, I know that now my Samsung is waterproof because I have dropped it in multiple bodies of water. I was in the pool and the phone was ringing as I'm running for the phone. And they literally called me while we were swimming. I'm in a bathing suit in a pool talking to them, and they're like, hello, this is someone from Lularoe, and I was in, and I was super excited, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Y'all, we had the best summer. Everyone coming over, trying on clothes, having parties. It was awesome. And then I had to go back to work, which was fine. I love teaching. And then in September, I just knew I was pregnant. I was sitting at the kitchen table, and I was sitting there with my friend Denise, and Jack walked by, and I said, y'all, I'm calling it. I'm pregnant. And they freaked out, and I was like, no, it's too soon. I can just feel it. I know I'm pregnant. And so we waited a couple weeks, and sure enough, I was pregnant. And we were so happy and so scared. We did not tell anyone. I mean, we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't want to go through all of that again. And part of the awful part was having to tell people what happened to Joy. So unfortunately, we couldn't lie for very long, because the reason I knew was because I actually got sick very quickly. I was diagnosed with hyperemesis. And that means that I basically had constant debilitating nausea and vomiting. So it's like morning sickness all the time, no matter what. So no matter what I ate, no matter what I drank, especially water, which is kind of necessary when you're cooking a person, made me really, really sick. So I did my best that I could. It didn't really work out so well. I would go to work and I would teach a class or two, and then I'd have to come home because I was too sick and too exhausted to continue, and then I'd have to call out the next day, and then I'd try again the following day, and it was a big mess. So the end of October, just before Halloween, was my last day of work. I taught 2 classes. I got so sick that I barely made it up to the front office, and the secretary and the nurse were helping me. They called my husband, and Jack came and picked me up, and they wheeled me out to the car, and Jack put me in the car, and I wasn't ever able to go back. It was just impossible. So enter the chair. So I had this chair. It was this awesome recliner leather thing that actually kind of came with our house when we bought it, which is kind of cool. And I basically lived in this chair. And so we were there for a few weeks kind of waiting, because we kept being told, hey, hyperemesis can pass. Meanwhile, we're still, selling the clothes. People are still coming over to shop. I'm like, yeah, come on over. The door's open. I'm just going to sit here in the chair. Come show me the outfit when you try it on. And while I'm home, sick, I multiple doctor's appointments, hospital visits, all kinds of fun, y'all. About a month or so later, I get this letter. And it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I get this certified letter saying that I had to report to a hearing on Monday, because I didn't know it, but apparently my job, the school system, my administration, had written me up for job abandonment. I had to report on Monday to testify on my behalf to keep my job. And so I went, and I thankfully got an awesome lawyer very quickly. Thank you, union dues. When I got there, they said, okay, so basically what's going to happen is these are the charges against you, is job abandonment. You have left your job. Anything can happen from suspension to termination to we can apply to the state to have your teaching certificate pulled from the Department of Education. It's like, I'm sorry, why is this happening? Well, first I waited, and I watched as my administrators laid out this case against me that my absences weren't approved, and I was sick, but like they didn't know when I was going to be able to come back, and when would I be done with this pregnancy stuff. I then showed them my doctor's notes and my doctor's visits and my hospital bills and my hospital stays, and thankfully the man running the hearing went, wait, you have all of this? Why are we here? And I was sent home. The charges were thrown out. I don't know what happened with the other side of the table. I was asked to leave so they could discuss things. And I went back home. So now it's January, and I'm home indefinitely because we've passed the 20-week mark, and little girl is still doing great in there. But I've used all my sick leave. I've used all my donated sick leave from my husband. We're fighting to keep my insurance. And you know, there's this thing like the mortgage still has to get paid. And I'm living in the chair. Thankfully, it was a very comfortable chair, and like you pulled the thing and the feet came up and it fully reclined, which was awesome because I just lived in the chair, slept in the chair, ate in the chair. Enter Facebook Live. Thank you, Facebook Live. So we went live. I went live from my chair. IV fluids. I had nurses that would come and take care of me, and I would go live. Not all the nurses were taking care of me. I would go live and we would show the clothes. And I would chat with people from all over the country because I had no one else to talk to but my now 4-year-old at home. Jack was helping he was our chief outfit officer, making our outfits and helping me. And we would have games with our customers in our Lula group of who picked the best outfit. And we would ask people what they wanted to see. And if they said, I want to see a large Carly's, I would go through pictures. And I would pick what I thought they'd like, and Jack would go pick what he thought they'd like, and then we'd post them and see who won. And you know, surprisingly, Jack won a lot. He's picked really good things. He's kind of awesome. Friends came to help us. Somehow, we made it. Oh, I forgot the best part. My favorite part about doing the Facebook Lives in the chairs was the dancing. I would dance in this chair, monstrously pregnant, jamming. It was pretty crazy. So we made it. I don't know. We still to this day don't understand how we continued to be able to pay our bills. We looked at it and I was like, well, there's money there. I'm going to pay the mortgage. Hey, there's money there. I'm going to pay to keep the electricity on. I don't know. Multiple hospital stays kept happening. Still very, very sick. And I couldn't function. I had to stay in the chair. And then in April, we ended up lots of hospital stays overnight, and they started telling us, hey, it's time that we need to start thinking about how early we need to take this baby out because you are very sick and she's showing signs of distress and we need to. So we kind of started freaking out a little bit, to put it mildly. I had a friend reach out to me and she was like, hey, are you doing okay? I'd never met her before. She was a fellow retailer that we had just started talking, and we would bounce ideas off of each other, and we would swap clothes with each other, and we would just help each other out. And I would talk with her all the time, and she was like, what's going on? So I told her what was going on. I told her they think they need to take the baby soon. I don't know what we're gonna do. I haven't had my baby shower yet. We haven't registered for anything yet. So she messaged me back and forth. And while I'm sitting in the emergency room, in my room, we built a baby registry. And she's like, okay, we got it all. This is what you need. I'm like, holy man, I need all of these things. I don't even have a crib for my kid. I might be taking my daughter home soon, and I don't have a crib for her. We did have a crib for our other baby, but it was one of those things where like the side automatically fell down, like you could lower it, and apparently those are bad. And we couldn't use it again. She went into our team page of our retailer, and I love my Lula Loves, and she told them what was happening. She posted the link for the baby registry we had just made. I didn't know it, but everyone just started shopping. And we did get released from the hospital. They said, you know, try and keep her in there, cook her a little bit longer. And we got home, and all of these gifts just started showing up. And we got clothes, and we got burp cloths, and we got bottles, and we got toys, and we got books. And then all of a sudden, a crib showed up at our door. And someone had bought us for this beautiful baby that we were trying to keep safe. A lot of these people I've never met, had never even talked to them, but they were gonna help a Lula sister out. And thankfully, a month later, on May 3rd, our beautiful Genevieve was born. And let me tell you, they were worried about her lungs not being fully developed. The screaming that this child can do at 2 o'clock in the morning, her lungs are fine, which is awesome. And she was here. And so we came back to life. And then I had a decision to make. 2 months later, I was sitting there and I had not signed my intent to return form for my teaching position because I had been out, sick. And I had to go in that day and tell them whether I was coming back or not. I didn't want to go back, but I felt like I needed to go back. I needed to start getting that paycheck. I needed to fulfill that responsibility. And while I was sitting there thinking about all of this, my phone rang. This is legit. I'm literally sitting back in the chair, by the way. And my phone rings, and it's my upline saying that Home Office has decided that they want to gift some people a ticket to their training called Vision in California. And they felt like this would be a wonderful opportunity for me, and did I want this gift? And I'm sitting there trying to figure out if I want to go back to a school that wrote me up and treated me horribly when I was pregnant after already losing our joy. Or did I want to go work for this company who wants to gift people and lift them up and help them? So I quit. And I kept thinking, what if I fail? What if I fail? What if I don't? What if I can get up every morning and spend the day with my babies? And I know you're thinking, what kind of review is this for Lularoe? I promise you it is, because my entire life right now is because of Lularoe. We have been able to do amazing things because of clothes, because of a clothing company that cares about me and cares about my customers and cares about my daughters, cares about my family. We've moved twice because of Lularoe. We got to fulfill this huge dream we've had of moving back to New Orleans. After Katrina happened, I lost my home, and so did my husband. It's where we met. It's a really cute story. And so because of Lularoe last year, actually just over a year ago, we moved. We picked up and we moved back to New Orleans, and we were super excited, and it was going to be amazing, and we hated it. We were like, how far is Disney? And you know what? Because of Lularoe, we just moved back. We just got back to Orlando a few months ago. We tried it. We tried that dream, and it wasn't everything we thought it was going to be, and it didn't work out. And that was fine, because Lularoe brought us back home again. We've been able to donate over $2,500 through fundraising just since August, which is amazing and mind-blowing, to really, really important causes and foundations like Canine Companions for Independence and I'mAlive.org, which is a suicide prevention company. Give Kids the World, which helps children with disabilities and terminal illnesses have an amazing family vacation. The Laurel Music Camp Foundation, and then 2 personal fundraisers for 2 women. One I've never even met, who survived a shooting and has since become paralyzed, and we did a fundraiser to help her, and another friend and customer whom I've never met in person, but I have talked with, who has survived necrotizing fasciitis. We've made breast cancer bags and donated them to the Orlando Breast Cancer Center to help women and men who are going through chemotherapy treatments. I met the most amazing friend when I was gifted that trip to Vision, and her name was Olivia. And Olivia, a few months ago, was told that her husband was being stationed out of the country in Korea, and she was going to have to leave in 4 days, which is insane. And we were able to help her offload her inventory so that she could move and not have to worry about that. That's what this is. I have friends now. And I have a support system. Now, please do not misunderstand this. This is a job. I work hard and I hustle. But if I need a mental health day, my girls and I go get pedicures. If one of my girls has a bad dream, I can stay up all night with her because we just sleep in the next day. If Juliet gets sick, we stay in bed and we cuddle and we watch Disney movies. This has never been about selling clothes. This is about life, our life, and impacting lives. And I wanted to share with you guys impacts that we've been able to have with our customers. And instead of telling you about them, we actually asked our customers a few things, and if they could tell us a story or a memory or a funny Jen moment, and send it to us. And so I haven't seen these. They sent these to my assistant, who is my friend and assistant, Stacy. And Stacy has brought them here, and I'm going to read them for the first time for you guys. So this is from Daisy. She said, late last year I joined a group of artists on Facebook. One night while scrolling through that page, I received a message alert tag thingy about a live event. I clicked on the thingy from an unknown member. This is my husband, by the way, I believe is what she's talking about. This is when Jack accidentally shared one of our live videos into one of his art groups instead of a Lularoe group. Best accident ever. Oh, she believed it would be a live drawing exhibit. A very beautiful, bubbly young woman appeared on my screen walking around a set of rooms showing clothing. I was rather confused. However, this young lady was so enthusiastic and the clothes looked so comfortable and beautiful, I continued to watch. Then it happened. The beautiful blonde showed a dress, aka a Carly, and I had to have it. I figured out how to claim it. No small feat for a social media challenged woman. You ladies have seen how wonderfully patient the lovely blonde, aka Jen, thanks Daisy, was in explaining how I would pay online and how to join this spectacular group of women. You also should have seen my frantic Google search for the meaning of hot mess. Jen, I want to send you a specific thanks. I was searching for a nice dress for an anniversary dinner, and when you found a black Georgia dress in my size, you explained you had put a Georgia on and sat in a chair and thought about whether it would work with my wheelchair. No one has ever been that detailed when clothes shopping with me, and it meant the world. Though we've never met in person, I count you as a friend. This is Sinclair. She said, one of my favorite things about Jen is that she doesn't see a number but the person wearing the clothes. She doesn't judge those of us who are members of hashtag Team TC2. Yes! Instead, she welcomes us. She has created a safe space for all of us, and that means the world to those that the world hasn't been kind to. I love you, Sinclair. This is from Kaylee. I love Lula because it's accommodating. It works well with my body type, my height, and my personal style. Before Lula, I had a hard time finding clothes for work that were comfortable and cute. I love that I can wear an outfit to work and feel professional, and wear that same outfit out for the night and not feel overdressed. Jen is an amazing consultant. She's friendly, outgoing, and energetic, and always listens to what her friends, customers, like. And from that, she's able to pick out amazing pieces that fit our personality. She's not afraid to get real with us. She's built an amazing community of women who support each other, even though we've never met. I'm thankful for Lula and for Jen. I actually just met Kaylee for the first time a couple days ago. It was very exciting, and she is the cutest little boy. This is from Aaron. I would first like to say that Jen as a person has changed my life. I have known Jen's mom for many years, and through Kathy, I feel like I could call Jen not only a friend, but one of my great friends, like family. Jen has inspired me to wear things a little out of my comfort zone thanks to her adventure with Lularoe. This should come as somewhat of a surprise, since anyone who knows me knows I'm not afraid of color. This is true. Lularoe has helped me feel a little more comfortable wearing certain things, with Jessie being my newest, most favorite dress. I feel like being part of Jen's journey with Lularoe has brought her joy, and feel as if this is her purpose, to allow her to be home with her girls and watching them grow. Jen is especially grateful for what Lularoe and this amazing group has given her, and it shows tremendously. Hashtag eternally grateful. I love that. Let's use that. Can we keep that? Jen's group has also brought in new friendships with others that may not have ever been. Thank you, Jen, for being you and helping all of us ladies and gents to feel more comfortable in the skin we're in, and for allowing all of us to develop these new friendships and relationships with all of these incredible peeps, including yourself and your family. Hashtag Jen is amazing. Hashtag the Bowles Boutique is awesome. Hashtag Bowles Family Lularoe. It's so hard to read these because I really am one of those people that I don't take compliments well. So if I seem awkward, I'm sorry. All right, this is from Kat. She said, so I found the Bowles Boutique after I had a surgery and my body was adjusting to its new normal. I needed something that was comfortable and forgiving to any weight gain but still made me feel pretty and confident. Jen and Lularoe did that. Jen listened and found me pieces that would make me feel that way. I still remember the first dress. It had a red striped sleeve, Carly, and it had a gray body. It's not in here, I just remember. Slowly over time, she even got me out of my shell a little bit and into things I never thought I could wear, like Cassie. You rock those Cassie skirts. Jen is amazing. She makes her customers feel like they are more than just the way she earns a living, but that we are her friends. From Jamie, it's hard to know where to start. There are so many good things I can say about Jen. We met almost 3 years ago and we instantly clicked. She's my kind of people. We just get each other. Though I've never met her in person, she's one of my best friends, and Lularoe did that. Without this company, I never would have met her. Lularoe and Jen specifically have given me the confidence to be proud in my mom body. You rock it, girl. It's allowed me to confidently lose weight and feel good about myself while being stylish and have fun with my clothing. Jen has helped me experiment with styles and prints I never would have before. All of this is possible because Jen takes the time to get to know each of her people. Because to her, we are more than customers, and it shows. Her group is a support network full of love with women all over the country. We build each other up and have created friendships through Jen's guidance and support. Jen and her family are part of my family. I'm proud to support a friend and a company that helps women build up other women through fashion and friendships. Hashtag proud friend of the hot mess mom. Okay, this last one, I promise. It's from Kristen. Kristen is special to me, y'all. Jen is one of my very best friends. I met her because of Lula, but our friendship has morphed into so much more than clothes. With Jen's help, I sometimes see myself as beautiful. She loves and supports women of all shapes and sizes and helps us feel comfortable and beautiful in our own skin, no matter the damage that has been done by other people. She inherently wants to help others, and when doing fundraisers, she makes a goal and goes and surpasses that goal. Lastly, she has 2 beautiful girls that she is raising to be wonderful human beings. I have to end with a story about Kristen. So Kristen is a very, very special friend and customer, and when Kristen first started shopping Lula, I would ask all the time, hey, post a picture of your outfits, show us how amazing you look, we would love to see how beautiful these prints are on you. And she wouldn't post any pictures. And then slowly she would post pictures, but it would only be from her waist down. And then she would post pictures from her shoulders down. She would crop off her head. And it took months and months. One day, out of nowhere, I go to my group, and there I saw Kristen's face for the first time. She had posted a picture of herself in all of her Carly awesomeness for everyone to see, and she was almost even smiling. That, hands down, is one of my top memories and moments ever doing this. This is my Lularoe review. Bye, guys.